Paul Roux, from coder to crime kingpin. He wasn't a gang leader. He wasn't a drug cartel boss. He was a coder, and yet he built one of the most dangerous criminal empires in modern history. This is the true story of Paul Roux, the tech genius turned drug lord, arms dealer, and global mastermind. From Zimbabwe to the Philippines, from online pharmacies to murder for hire. This is how he fooled the world, until the FBI finally brought him down. Paul Roux was born in Zimbabwe in 1972. A gifted programmer, he developed a software called E4M, short for encryption for the masses. This code would later inspire the widely used encryption tool TrueCrypt. But Paul didn't stop at code. He wanted power, money, control. In the early 2000s, Paul moved to the Philippines. There he launched RX Limited, an illegal online pharmacy empire. Through fake prescriptions, hired doctors, and complicit pharmacies, he sold painkillers like Tramadol and Xanax to U.S. customers, without them ever stepping into a clinic. At its peak, RX Limited was pulling in $400 million a year. With the money flowing, Paul expanded his operations. He trafficked meth from North Korea, smuggled cocaine into Australia and the U.S., sold AK-47s and military-grade weapons to Somali militias, and even negotiated arms deals with Iran. He also ran illegal gold mining operations in Africa and used fake companies to launder his fortune. Paul Roux wasn't just a businessman, he was a killer. When someone crossed him, they disappeared. He hired mercenaries, ex-soldiers, and even corrupt law enforcement to carry out hits. At least 7 people were murdered on his orders, including a real estate agent in the Philippines and disloyal employees. To keep control, he created a private army in Somalia. He operated like a warlord, but behind a laptop. In 2012, Paul walked into what he thought was a routine drug deal in Liberia. But it was a trap. The DEA arrested him on the spot. Faced with life in prison, he flipped. He agreed to help U.S. authorities dismantle his own empire. For years, Paul secretly worked with the FBI, helping to catch arms traffickers, drug runners, and assassins linked to his network. In 2020, after years of cooperation, Paul Roux was sentenced to 25 years in prison. The judge called his crimes staggering in scope. But even behind bars, Paul remains a mystery. Some believe he may even be Satoshi Nakamoto, the anonymous creator of Bitcoin. No proof, but with Paul Roux, almost anything is possible. Paul Roux built a criminal empire using code, not chaos. He used technology, not violence, at first. But in the end, it all caught up to him. A digital genius, a ruthless kingpin, and a cautionary tale about what happens when brilliance turns criminal.